Hello and welcome to Team 5 Consulting. My name is Susanna Whitlatch, and along with Daniela DeAndrea, Daniel Anastasio, and Gabriela Dobrikov, we're going to bring you new data-centric solutions. Our team has utilized the most up-to-date data to inform our project and create more effective outcomes for GTT. This isn't guesswork. We have analyzed how groups of real travelers use online systems, where they travel, and what experiences they're looking for from their travel companies. Using this data, GTT is poised to increase engagement during the shopping and pre-planning phase, conversion during the selection phase, and finally retention during travel and post-travel. These 3 steps are key to creating a loyal customer base that will return to GTT time and time again. We have formed a target persona around the data through which we comb. Meet Sarah Heathrow. Sarah represents a broader group, but helps GTT narrow down a key customer segment that is more likely than others to utilize its services. The class assigned video from the Interaction Design Foundation goes into the importance of creating a persona. It helps us as professionals get more insight into the emotions and actions of our customers. Here is a quote from Sarah herself. She works hard in graduate school and looks forward to opportunities to travel and explore on her own. While she is price sensitive, she is ready to spend her money on worthwhile and genuine experiences. Let's take a closer look at Sarah's profile. Sarah's 25 years old, and she's a current graduate student who's looking to travel over spring break. Sarah is American and lives in the United States, typically in areas around urban centers that are close to airports. Sarah is single, she doesn't have any kids. She has a paid internship at IBM and a steady income, which means she's price sensitive but does have some money to spare. Sarah also has a cat that her sister will take care of. She doesn't have many other responsibilities, like property or a family. Sarah is also high on the openness trait. The Big 5 personality traits covered in the Cambridge Analytica video we watched in class introduce the openness trait. These people are naturally curious and looking for novelty in their travel experiences. Now, where is Sarah going? Sarah's really looking forward to enjoying the big city of London and also taking a tour of the countryside in the surrounding area. She's looking forward to learning about a new culture when she has time off from her classes. Sarah will be traveling alone. However, she's open to tours and group accommodations that allow her to spend time with fellow travelers in her age group. Part of her openness factor is that she's excited to have genuine experiences and meet fellow travelers, so we want to make sure that we're suggesting things like hostels and group trips to Sarah. So how did we narrow our customers down to Sarah Heathrow? We'll take you through our key data that informed our decision making throughout the process. Personas are a clear representation of users, but we have to remember that they are real people, and real people have needs and personal beliefs that need to be understood. As we discussed in one of our class meetings, personas are a good way of representing those understandings in the design of a real system. This data dashboard represents solid and relevant information that helped us create our customer persona. For the demographics part, we defined that the ideal age for our persona would be between 24 to 29 in 2020, which is considered young millennials. With that, we found out that 75% of millennials would love to travel abroad, as you can see in the Millennials Who Want to Travel Abroad graphic. For the identifiers, we considered that the communication preference among millennials would be online, via website or mobile app, as 66% of millennials book trips via smartphone, as you can see in the Millennials Booking Method bubble graph. Our persona goals would be to first find deals, discounts, and destinations more easily. With that, our secondary goal would be finding a website with user-friendly interface and traveler-centric features, as 86% of users experience disappointment at the lack of responsiveness on websites, as you can see in the pie chart. One of the challenges would have to be to have an authentic and unique travel experience. Besides that, a great digital customer service and experience can also be a challenge, as 57% of consumers indicated that they would stop doing business with a brand due to poor digital customer service experience, as you can check in our poor customer service graph. So what can we do? To help our persona achieve their goals and overcome their challenges, we want not only to drive engagement with video marketing, but also promote ads on different social channels such as Facebook and Instagram. We found that 51% of millennials believe what their Facebook friends say, the highest percentage compared to TV commercials, magazine ads, and general online ads, stressing the importance of information shared on social media. You can check that in our social channel importance graph. We believe that a common objective that explains why they would not buy a GTT product and service would be the lack of personalized experience, as 69% of travelers will be more loyal to a provider that personalizes their experiences. You can check that in our Loyalty with Personalized Experiences graph. The travel destination our persona has in mind is London, considering its cultural diversity, different attractions, exciting things to do in the city, and unique experience that our persona wants to have. We found some important data about the London area that emphasizes not only the fact that the city is popular as a tourist destination, but also the popularity of England as a whole. The London area airports experience the most filled flights globally, and the London area airports experience the most sales globally. We decided that the best option for our persona would be traveling alone, as 58% of millennials slated they would solo travel, and 26% already have. Some of the actions our persona would have while researching and planning for travel would be looking at social media posts, online reviews, and customer comments, as 87% use Facebook to inspire their booking, and over 50% use Pinterest or Twitter. You can check that on our social media book inspiration graph. Besides that, we also found out that conversation with family and friends who have more travel experience is relevant for our persona. 79% took friends' advice on destinations and booked based on those recommendations, as you can see in our first graph here. We believe the GTT has to invest in building a great relationship with the consumer. As we discussed in our previous meetings, the best way to do it is introducing personalization earlier in the customer journey. Besides, most of the leaders believe that this year, digitally, personalized communications will be essential for consumers in the support and retention stages. For the consideration stage, we found relevant information that helped us understand the customer's actions, worries, and delights for shopping and selecting on GTT's website. For actions, 58% of millennials favor hotels with full service. 11% prefer Airbnb and owner direct services, as you can see in the bubble graph. 79% of Americans would consider taking a long-distance international trip during winter, as you can check in the would travel in the winter graph. For worries, 86% are disappointed by the experience online travel agents provide on a mobile device, as you can see in the experience with online travel agent graph. In terms of delights, about 60% of millennials think having an authentic cultural experience is essential to their trip, as you can check in the Travel Authentic Experience graph. In terms of action stage, we found great information that helped us understand what is the customer's action for travel, what the customer is doing, what worries and delights they can have and feel. 60% plan to purchase extras to upgrade their experience, as you can see in this pie chart. 87% typically purchase travel insurance policy when traveling alone, as you can check in the insurance policy when traveling alone graph. In terms of delights, 86% choose to experience a new culture over partying and shopping. You can check that out in the top 3 experiences and foreign trips graph. More than half, 55%, travel to relax and escape from ordinary life, and 45% for family travel, as you can see in our bubble graph. For the advocacy stage, we found information that helped us understand that one of the customer's actions for post-travel would be leaving reviews on Yelp or on Google Reviews to help future customers and travelers on where to stay. Write a blog post and include tips on the best method for transportation for getting around London and tips on which activities to do while there and where the best places to eat are. We found that 82% of millennials considered travel reviews important, as you can see here. When we were creating the customer journey map, we wanted to put ourselves in Sarah's shoes in order to create an ideal trip for her. She needs to conduct research on her smartphone and check Facebook, Twitter, and Pinterest. She will then take into consideration the itineraries, flight times, airport locations, check customer reviews of everything from hotels to activities, and look for hotels that offer a wide range of accommodations. She will rely heavily on the reviews she reads about different companies, from blogs and word of mouth. When it comes to the worries Sarah may have for this trip, safety, finding the right community people while overseas, and flexible cancellation policies are at the forefront. Her goal in traveling with an agency is to rely on them for solid communication, fair insurance rates, and safety and regulation guides. Her worry when she travels are over are if the trip met her high expectations, and how she would deal with the post-trip depression that many get after coming back from an incredible excursion. Sarah has expressed great joy in being able to take aesthetic photos, interfaces that are easy to use, and activities that are heavily focused around a community-like atmosphere. She is looking for an authentic experience and wants to immerse herself in the local culture. She will research potential activities on social media and is searching for both a thrilling adventure and some relaxation. By the end of her trip, Sarah wants to feel a sense of fulfillment, and that this trip that she has been looking forward to for so long was one that surpassed her expectations. Taking a look at the business journey map, we wanted to showcase just what GTT has to offer its customers. We started with looking at how to spread awareness for potential customers. Facebook ads, paid advertising campaigns, and increased smartphone app exposure are 3 smart ways to promote GTT. GTT will also provide ready-made travel itineraries, offer virtual assistants, and provide customer reviews to new clients written by former clients about their experiences. We will also provide informational safety packages, 24/7 customer service, and we will address any customer concerns about their upcoming excursions. Being able to store already used itineraries from previous trips for customers will allow customers to look back on their experiences once they get back home. Our goal for the long run at GTT is to increase app downloads, visitors to GTT's website, and time spent on GTT's website researching travel options. The more exposure, the better. We also want to increase sales and revenue along with a number of first-time customer bookings of travel itineraries, decrease bounce rates, and grow customer satisfaction. We will make sure to provide safety awareness throughout the customer's trip, 24/7 virtual support, and do everything in our power to exceed customer satisfaction. Through all of this, we want to be able to expand our services and keep great customer relations. GTT will also continue monitoring data such as customer profiling and making sure we target more individuals who fall under Sarah's demographic, as well as monitor social media data and mobile and web data. Thank you for listening to our presentation, and we look forward to working on this project.